Morning on that iPhone, which please unmute yourself and state your name for me.
All right.
You want me to turn on my camera?
You can do that as well. What's your name, sir?
Malik Lane. It's Malik Lane.
Good morning, Mr. Lane.
How you doing?
I have another iPhone that you unmute yourself, please.
I'm not sure if it's me, but my name is Tamaja Gibbons.
I got you, Ms. Gill.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I have an LG Aristo 2. They don't have it out. They don't have it out. Okay, we'll get started. Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins. While court is in session, please keep our backgrounds quiet and clear. Please be properly dressed. With me, be called. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, officer. Good morning, everyone. I don't believe we have city attorney. We're waiting on Ms. Hawkins. Good morning. I have an iPhone that doesn't have a name by it. Can you please state your name?
James Gibson.
Raylan Lyons.
One at a time, please. I got you, Mr. Gibson.
Okay.
Raylan.
Lyons.
Good morning. Good morning to both of you.
Come on.
All right, I'm gonna need everybody to mute their phones, please. Until I call your name. I should keep it.
I can't do my screen's still.
It's on the first page. It's like 8:30. Yeah.
That's you know, y'all gonna have to talk about the management. That's the
So this is our first time coming.
this is not. She have
Wow, that's what I'm talking.
and that.
I have an iPhone that doesn't have a name by it. Can you please state your name? Who's on an iPhone with no name, that hasn't named themselves? You just turned off your microphone.
I did.
My apologies.
Who was that?
My apologies to Tamaja Gibbons.
Did you just sign off and sign back on, Ms. Gibbons?
Yes, I had to log out and log back on because my connection wasn't properly working.
As soon as we get a city attorney, I mean, as soon as we get a house counsel, we're gonna start with you.
Okay.
Where is this one?
Is there a number? You.
I have someone on the iPad. Good morning to you. Can you please state your name?
Good morning, Natasha Garrett. Can't even.
What's going on? That's Natasha Garrett.
Yes. What is going on with it though?
And I have you checked in. You can please mute your phone until I call your name. You're running on good form? How did that happen?
Big one?
How did that happen?
Carmen said it was,
I thought it was documented, but they, it was like, no.
they don't know.
I guess I'm reading wrong.
Are we scheduled for it? Is it actually scheduled?
Let me ask you this, Ms.
It's
Garrett.
scheduled.
What did you, what did you anticipate this hearing was gonna be for today?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, I actually, my last court date, she couldn't hear me when I was trying to give her an answer to my plea, because they had gave me a plea, but I never wanted to take this to trial.
all right, so it's set for trial.
No, I did never accept the trial at all.
I'm not,
Okay.
Huh?
no, don't worry about it, we'll, just mute your phone out. When I, call your name, then we will, you're really not supposed to be here until 9 o'clock. But you're more
Oh, I
than
did.
welcome,
Huh?
you're more than welcome to stay in the room if you want.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out why I can't see anything.
I can see you, so I don't know.
Okay,
Who's on the LG Aristio 2? Who's on the LG?
Christian O'Neill.
Ms. O'Neill, good morning to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning to you too. Your Honor.
Okay,
Morning, Your Honor.
good morning to you.
Thank you.
Supposed to be, I'm supposed to rename Ms. O'Neill.
Your Honor, Paul Hughes appearing as House Counsel. I apologize if my screen name is showing up as Paulster. Somehow I gotta learn how to change that, but that's me.
Apology necessary, just as long as you're here and ready
I am
to,
here.
ready to help people. That's the
I'm
only thing
here.
that,
I will talk to Roberta and find out why the clerks don't have my new email address. It's been that way for a long time. But some reason it's not updated. Your clerk was very diligent. Okay.
this is the city of, this is, you ready, Madam Court Reporter? Madam Court Reporter,
Yes, Your Honor.
ready?
Yes.
All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Tamija Gibbons,
Yes.
case number SP 729-256, counts 1 and count 2. Ms. Gibbons, you have, there's an offer in the file here that will amend the driving while license suspended to a failure to display. That's a 0-point ticket that is abstractable to the Secretary of State, and it is a misdemeanor. I will fine you $240 on that matter, and the other matter will be dismissed, and I'll give you time to pay. Ms. Gibbons, you have a right to a trial, and you have the right to speak with Mr. Hughes, who's on the line serving as your lawyer if you don't have one of your own. Ms. Gibbons, what would you like to do?
I brought my license up there, so, and he told me that it would be dismissed, so I was confused as to how I end up with a bond, but I paid $100 each for each case, $200 to release the bond, but I was just confused because he said if I bring my license up there, because I didn't have them on me,
And who said that?
The officer.
Well, Ms. Gibbons, you know this goes all the way back to 2016.
Right, but I came up there.
So where have you been since that time?
I paid for my bonds to be lifted. I was waiting on a court date, but I'll just take the dismissal and I'll put it.
No,
Excuse
you're not
me?
answering my question. Where, you got this ticket in 2016. The
Right.
officer 5 years ago told you that you can bring in your license and he'll dismiss the ticket.
Right, I brought it up there then.
Okay, what I'm asking you is, you brought it up where, to the court?
Yes.
And what happened?
When I get to to speak to anyone by the bond, the ticket thing, the lady said, well, I would have to see a magistrate. I stood in line to see a magistrate and they told me I had to pay the $100 and set a bond, and then I would have to see a judge. I'm not sure what happened. Comes last year, I ended up finding out that I had the warrant that was issued. I just paid it this year because I was facing hardships. I wasn't able to just pay the money nor the ticket.
I understand. Okay, so that's what I wanted to understand, is that when you made the attempt to take care of the ticket back in 2016,
yes,
you were unable to, and you didn't know that your license was suspended until you got notice last year. And at that time, you were suffering financial hardship and couldn't take care of it. And now you kind of are in better shape, and you came in and paid the bond and got a court date today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right.
Your Honor, can I put my appearance on the record?
You may.
Your Honor, my name is Paul Hughes. My bar number is P36421. You have already explained the plea offer, Ms. Gibbons. With regard to the fine, I would just ask that the court consider, based on the circumstances, to waive the fine due to
to your time, your face is on there.
Hold on a second.
It'll go out before.
Listen. You're gonna have to mute yourself. That's Mrs. O'Neill. I understand you're having trouble with your connection, but we're in court and you're gonna have to mute yourself because we can hear you. Here. Look at this and see if Mrs. Gibbons is what she's saying is the truth. Let's just see. When was that? It was 2007, July 21st, 2016.
July 21st.
July 21st.
It was suspended February 2016. Warrant. July 21st was suspended. Roseville was suspended 10/7/2016.
Put your appearance on the record. Mr. Hughes has a motion.
I didn't hear.
Let's since the interference, Mr. Hughes, can you restate your motion, please?
my initial motion was to waive a fine based on, I think opposing a fine would be a manifest injustice, create substantial hardship on Ms. Gibson. However, based on Gibbons, based on further understanding of the case, I just asked the matter be dismissed. Now, I didn't hear the whole discussion, but based on those facts and circumstances, I would ask for the latter, if not, to waive court's fines and costs in this matter. I don't know if Ms. Gibbons, because I haven't had a chance to speak with her directly, is employed or what her financial situation is.
And let me let everybody know that you're going to have, if you want to speak with Mr. Hughes, I can also open up a breakout room so you have as much time as you need to speak with Mr. Hughes and as much time as you need for him to go over whatever you guys want to go over privately in a breakout room. But I'm going to allow Mr. Goss to put his appearance on the record and to make whatever kind of statement he wants to make.
May it please the court, Dante Gillespie, 60162, half of the city of Detroit. Your Honor, I'm looking at this Gibbons Secretary of State record, and this shows that her license was suspended on February 28, 2016 to February 27, 2017 from Form 37. This is the exact time frame that she received the violation from the city of Detroit. There's no way possible for her to have a valid driver's license at the time, because her license was suspended from up until 2017. So at this time, I would respectfully request that you do not honor that motion and go give her the plea offer that we originally offered her. If not, we consider the matter of trial.
Your Honor, if I could respond, I understand the people's position. If the matter cannot be dismissed based on the reasons stated, she took care of it within 1 year. Technically, she apparently was driving while not having a valid license at that time. I still think the court should consider giving her some discretion if the court cannot dismiss it in terms of payment of a fine or waiving of a fine. Regarding on her financial situation, which I have still not had an opportunity to explore with her.
I would probably suggest, if I may, the best resolution would possibly be just to set a trial date in the matter. I do know that Mr. Beckham is with the Detroit Police Department, but this goes back to 2016. It's a potential of him.
Your Honor, if that's the case, if I had been the officer in, there would be no offer on trial date.
That's the dilemma. That's the conundrum, Your Honor. I understand you're thinking exactly, but that will be the way the people want to play it. And of course, that is, I think, an unfair advantage that people have, and I think it's vindictive. But that would be the people's position. I'm in no position to deal with that.
Your Honor, on that regard, if the city has to pay an officer to come into court on this matter, it's kind of disingenuous to say that that's how people want to play it. I mean, we have to pay an officer to come to court on the day off or pay overtime for that officer to come to court. And
I could respond to that.
And to also get the same offer that is now offered today. So
let's stop right here. We're not going to go back and forth on whether, it's disingenuous or not. We're going to try to see if we can. Let me ask you this, Ms. Gibbons. Are you working?
I am currently unemployed. I have children that attend school that's not able to go to school, so I can't work if I wanted to. They don't have the option to have indoor school.
So how do you take care of yourself?
I receive unemployment.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
What's preventing her from getting her license right now?
as things in Frazier, Warren, and I don't know if all those matters have been rectified, so there's definitely some Frazier.
Have you taken care of any of the matters in Frazier or Warren, Ms. Gibbons?
Yes, I did. I paid all my tickets. I didn't know I had a bond for them, so I paid the bond, lift the bond up off of that, the 36th district.
All right, well, here's the offer. The offer is gonna obviously stand at the failure to display, $240 fine. I do see that you have, the other case will be dismissed. I do see that you posted a $200 bond that can certainly be applied to it. I'll waive the warrant fees. You'll be responsible for the reinstatement fees. If you want to take that offer, you're more than welcome to. If you want to go to trial, we can set a trial date and get Officer Beckham in here and make him prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you were driving without a license.
And no, thank you. I would not like to take the trial. I will accept the pay with the bond.
Can you raise your right hand, Ms. Gibbons? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay. Ms. Gibbons, you understand you have a right to a trial in this matter?
yes,
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that right to the trial?
yes,
You're taking this on your own free will?
yes,
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
no,
Okay, Ms. Gibbons, let me draw your attention back to July the 21st, 2016 at around 1:02 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Van Dyke and Suzanne. Did you have an occasion on that date to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
yes,
And on that date, did that Detroit police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
yes,
And you couldn't do so, could you, Ms. Gibbons?
no,
And why not?
because I didn't have them on me. I didn't have it.
And at that time, was your license suspended, Ms. Gibbons?
Apparently, but not to my knowledge, yes.
Essentially, Counselor, is that sufficient enough factual basis for you?
Yes, although she did say she just didn't have it on her, but the clerk has indicated that it was suspended between 2016 and 2017.
Yes.
I'd like a more definitive statement from her, so we're sure we have a correct factual basis.
No, it's dog my license suspended is what the charge is.
But she's pleading to failure to display.
So that does fall in line with the actual plea of failure to display. I'm going to accept that as a factual basis. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display. I'm going to fine you $240, Ms. Gibbons. I'm going to dismiss the other matter. Ms. Gibbons, you have a couple of options. If the best way to do it would be to pay the whole $240 and then allow the bond to be refunded to you, if you can afford to do that. The second best option would be to come down to the court and ask the cashier to apply that bond to your fines and costs. They can immediately do that. I can ask my clerk to put in a request, but if she puts that request in, that request won't go through for about a month and a half or so. And you won't be able to approach the Secretary of State. I'm gonna waive the warrant fees on here. And you're gonna be responsible to pay the reinstatement fees, $45 a piece. That's an extra $90, but that's not gonna be a part of this ruling today. That's just information for you to know that once you pay the $240, you're still gonna be obligated to pay the other $90 in order to go get your driver's license, if you don't have anything else out in the other jurisdictions. So how much time do you need to get that $240 paid, Ms. Gibbons?
I would need to like Friday.
Your Honor,
I'm gonna get, yes.
Your Honor, I'm sure she has the best intentions. I'd ask for 30 days just in case something comes up, so she can make sure that it gets paid on time.
I'm gonna give you, is this another updated sheet? I'm gonna give you till August the 2nd. And I'm gonna tell you, Ms. Gibbons, if you don't have that paid by August the 2nd, I would hope that you would stay on top of it and zoom back in and see if we can find you some more time. Because I don't want this to become a situation where a lot of interest and penalties get attached to this, all right?
Okay. Thank you.
If it's nothing further, Ms. Gibbons, you have a very good day.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for your representation, counsel. I have a review for Mr. Lancaster. Yeah. Let's put it at 60 or 90.
Let me see that calendar behind.
Which we, oh. This is the city of Detroit versus Malik Mantez Lane. Case numbers SP 1092987, counts 1 and counts 2. Good morning. Mr. Yeah, Mr. Lane. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, Mr. Lane. There's no offer in this file. Because I'm sure that this is a reckless driving, what the city attorney wants in this matter is for you to take the Michigan defensive driving course. That's an 8-hour course. It's 14 quizzes and 1 test. I'll give you 30 days to take it. Upon completion of that course and verification that you completed that course, then an offer will be tendered in this matter. Is that, other than that, you can take the plea straight up, which I don't necessarily recommend at all because it is a 6-point offense, or you can set it for trial and make the officer prove, or the city prove beyond reasonable doubt that you committed the offense. Or you can speak to Mr. Hughes and he can go over some more, maybe get you to understand some more about what's going on,
Your Honor. Yes.
Put your parents on record, please.
Dante goes on behalf of the city, Your Honor, if he wants to take a plea today, I will give him drag racing, which is a 4-point.
Okay, so the officer got to drag racing, which is a 4-point offense, and dismiss the other count.
Your Honor, may I place my appearance on the record?
Certainly.
Paul Hughes, House Counsel, P 36421, appearing on behalf of Malik Lane. It's my understanding that people have now amended the offer, but the original offer was as stated by the court that should a defensive driver train class be taken online, the matter would be reconsidered. I don't think that's much of a change. I'd ask that we go into a break room so I can discuss it further. As far as I'm concerned, the original offer is still on the table.
Say that again.
I'd also indicate there is a driving while license never acquired, just so the record's clear.
All right, but you mentioned as far as you're concerned, the offer, I didn't get that last part, Mr. Hughes.
As far as I'm concerned, the original offer of reconsidering the reckless driving, should he take a recommended driver improvement or training class, that would be reconsidered. And that's what I would be discussing with him off the record. I have not heard the people say that they're revoking an offer they first tendered.
Well, I think that what, and I'll let Mr. Goss kind of chime in, but what I think is going on here is that he's allowing Mr. Hughes today
Mr. Lane.
Mr. Lane, I'm sorry. He's allowing Mr. Lane today to resolve this with a drag racing, which would be a 4-point offense instead of the 6-point offense of reckless driving and that mandatory suspension and dismissing the other case. If Mr. I'm confident, and Mr. Goss will be able to speak to this, that if Mr. Hughes wants to take the driving course, then that's still open and available to him, and potentially the offer will get better. Now, I'll let you discuss that, what Mr. Lane can potentially expect if he does take that offer. I'll let you discuss that with Mr. Goss. But that's what I'm understanding. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. It wasn't either or. It was just if you wanted to resolve the issue today, I wasn't going to let him just be correct. I was giving him an option.
And Your Honor, I appreciate Mr. Goss's efforts. I really do. But if the potential recommendation is, should we put this matter over to give Mr. Lane attempt to correct that matter, and the offer may improve if he takes the classes without a commitment on behalf of Mr. Goss, but if people are willing to consider that, then that's what I would recommend. And probably it would be better for me just to go into a quick breakout room, or we could just set the matter for a pretrial. If Mr. Lane is acceptable to that situation, the matter be put over for pretrial. He would take the 8-hour driver's training course, and the matter could be revisited by next date. If that's acceptable to Mr. Lane and to Mr. Goss, I believe he's already indicated that would be acceptable. Mr.
And Mr. Lane, I can put you in a breakout room with Mr. Hughes if you want to understand more. If you understand what's going on now and you want to make your decision, then you're full welcome to do that. You just let me know what you want to do.
Can I go in the breakout room to understand a little more?
Certainly. All right. Let's see the review for Mr. Lancaster.
Greenwood hasn't done this.
Yeah, okay. Let's call the city of Detroit versus Delon Lancaster, case number U58242820. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Gary Bradfield, appearing on behalf of probation.
Okay, and Mr. Hughes, I think you checked back in.
Yes, yeah.
This is a review for Mr. Lancaster. Yes, he doesn't. Okay, Mr. Bradfield, you have the floor.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Lancaster was placed on a 3-month probation that started on February 22nd, 2021. Disorderly conduct. He was assessed $820. He was ordered to do the mobility program, STD testing, as well as HIV testing, and returned back to court on May 24th, 2021. Mr. Lancaster was reported on 5/24 last month. He successfully completed the conditions that was imposed on him with the exception of an outstanding balance, $770. Last time I checked, it has not been paid to date. That's the only outstanding condition that needs to be resolved.
And I do see Mr. Lancaster has a balance on another case of $65.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Lancaster,
Yes, Your Honor.
where are you? Okay, up in the corner, up in the top. What's going on?
I just started back working, and I was planning on making them payments completed this month. Well, the end of next month.
So what are you telling me? You need some more time?
Yes, as far as the payments.
Okay, so if I give you more time, how much time are you gonna need to have it paid off complete? And I mean, it's gonna be on you if you wanna pay so much a month or, but I want a date where the whole balance is gonna be paid off, a realistic date.
I want to say by July at the end of the month. I'm gonna say like the 28th.
The 28th of July?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you, another 30 days till July 30th, 2021.
Okay.
We're gonna have another review set for that date, so you're gonna, if you have both of those balances paid off, $770 plus the $65 from the other case, then you don't have to show back up on July 30th. But if the balances aren't paid off, then you're gonna have to show back up.
Okay.
Well, we're not gonna keep going back and forth. with, these court dates on this money,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right? So let's pay by July 30th, 2021. Let's set that as a review date. If you pay it, then you don't have to show back up. We'll close both matters out. If not, we're gonna have to revisit it and see what we're gonna do from there, all right?
Okay, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Officer Bradfield.
Mr. Lancaster has a sentencing, scheduled for this Friday on another case, Judge. So another matter that is coming to court
On what other case?
disorderly conduct.
Oh, so this other case, he hasn't been sentenced at all.
No, Judge.
And is there a pre-sentence report that's been drafted?
I'm the one who prepared that, Judge. It should be, it's ready to be submitted to the court.
Well, I don't have a report. I would sentence you today, but you're gonna be back this Friday. You understand that? Mr.
Yes,
Lancaster?
Yes.
All right. I will see you on Friday then.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
What do we get on, Mr.
Lane?
Lane?
Mr. Lang, if he's back in the courtroom, we are going to ask for an adjournment, giving him time to take the driver's training classes and return to court at a later date with the expectation, but not the guarantee that the offer will improve. Is that right, Mr. Lane?
Yes, sir.
You agree to that?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, it's my understanding you're leaving for college in the next several days?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that the court may or may not be doing Zoom hearings at that time. Hopefully they will be, but if necessary, you'll have to return to court. You also understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think, what school are you going to, Mr. Lane?
I go to Independence of Kansas.
I think that's a very important fact that you need to present at the time. And if you're at school, we're gonna make sure we accommodate you. So what we'll do is we're gonna give you 30 days, Mr. Lane. The allegations are you're over in my old neck of the woods, reckless driving, so Oakland and on, that's where I grew up. But we're gonna give you 30 days to complete the Michigan. You got an ink pen?
Got an ink pen?
Here, I'm gonna put it in the chat for you.
Okay.
Michigan Defensive Driving.com, and you're gonna select the 36th District Court option. All right. If you have any trouble, you can always Zoom back in, and we will make sure that you get the proper information so that you can take that class. I'm gonna have you back on July 30th, 2021 via Zoom. And if there's no further questions, we're gonna set that as a pretrial date. And we'll hold those matters off until you show that you've completed those classes.
You're all right. I have one comment I'd like to make.
Yes.
It would also be helpful, Mr. Lane, when you return, to be able to show via Zoom or in personal hearing proof that you are registered in college, whether that be whatever you would need to be able to verify that, because quite frankly, I'm sure you're telling the truth, but the court and the people, I'm sure, would like to have verification of that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all I have. Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're free to leave, Mr. Lang. Have a great day.
Thank you. You all have more blessings.
All right, thank you. All right, let's call Mr. James Gibbons. Gibson, I'm sorry. This is the city of Detroit versus James Darnell Gibson, I'm sorry.
Yep, it's Gibson. Okay.
Yeah, SP strike that, SP 417727, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Gibson, there's an offer here in the file to plead to the amended count of failure to display, or that would be straight up to failure to display because that was as charged. That's a 0-point offense that is abstractable to the Secretary of State. I'll fine you, it's a misdemeanor, I'll fine you $240 in the matter and dismiss the other 2 matters. We'll waive the warrant fees, you're gonna be responsible for the reinstatement fees. You have option to take this to trial, or you have the option to speak to Mr. Hughes, who will make arguments on your behalf if need be. Mr. Gibson?
Yes, I'm here. I accept, Your
You
Honor.
accept? All right. All right, Mr. Gibson, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, sir.
You understand by accepting this, you're going to give up the right to the trial?
Yes, sir.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No, sir.
Are you taking this on your own free will?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Mr. Gibson, let me draw your attention back to August 12th, 2015 at around 5:20 p.m. in the area of Mack and Connor. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And on that date, did that Detroit police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so on that day, could you, Mr. Gibson?
Yes, sir.
Is that you couldn't produce
Yeah,
a driver's? Right,
yes,
okay. And you
And
could
because-
produce a license or you couldn't produce a driver's license?
Because it wasn't valid.
Okay,
And I
so you
didn't.
couldn't produce a driver's license because your license wasn't valid. I'm gonna accept your plea to failure to display. I'm gonna dismiss the other 2 matters. I'm gonna fine you $240. Mr. Gibson, how much time do you need to pay?
By the end of the month.
All right, I see here you have bonds for at least $120 in bond money.
Okay.
You can pay that. You heard what I said to the other young lady about how the bond works. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you can either come down and have it applied, or you can pay the ticket and the bond money will be refunded. I will get you a date. You said at the end of the month. Let's just say June. Go ahead.
if the ticket is $240, I can pay it today. I'll pay it today, and just get so I can get it over with.
All right.
Your Honor, Paul Hughes appearing on his behalf. I still ask for 30 days, even though if he pays it today or tomorrow, that's fine.
All right. I'm gonna accept that. I'm gonna enter July the 30th on this. If you pay it today, that's better. If you pay it, your bond will be refunded to you.
Okay.
If you want to come down and have them apply the bond immediately, then you can pay the balance. You only have to come out another $120 for this matter. I'm going to waive the warrant fees, but you're going to be responsible to pay the reinstatement fee in all three matters. That's 3 reinstatement fees at $45 a piece. That's not going to be a part of this order here. That's just some information for you to know that you're going to have to pay those before you can go and you're clear here at the 36th District Court. All right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Gibson?
No, I do not.
All right. If there's nothing further, you have a very good day and you're free to leave.
Okay, it was. Can I have the final total one more time? It's 240. My bad.
It's 240.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, but keep in mind though, you got the 3 reinstatement fees of $45 a piece. Okay. That's not going to be a part of this order. That's just your information before you try to go get a driver's license with the Secretary of State. That's going to need to be paid.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you.
So that's an additional 135, sir.
Yes. Thank you. All right. If there's nothing further, have a great day.
You too.
Who are we waiting on again? Officer Bradfield. Roger Greenwood. Roger Greenwood. Is there a Roger Greenwood on here? No.
This is a discharge to the court, though. If he does shows up.
Is it discharge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. And if it's a discharge, if he's satisfied all that, we can just give that out. Mr. Bashir. Good morning. I don't know if you're in the right courtroom, sir.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Let me see. Let me see where you're supposed to be, if I can help you.
Yes, I have my ticket. It's, I go by the link. I can't find the room, but he give me the judge is Livingston.
Larry Williams. What's his courtroom?
Oh, okay, it's
335. 335. All right, you need to go to courtroom 335. That's 360-335-0000. Zoom into there.
Thank you, my honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's go with is there you got a few more minutes, Mrs. Garrett. We're going to put yours on the record if the offer just doesn't show. Let's call Mr.
Hello?
Lyons. Hello?
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 Mr. Lyons is here, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm Mr. Lyons. I got disconnected. So now.
You're on iPhone?
Yeah,
Which
I'm
one?
like.
All right. Oh.
All right, Judge, have a great day. I'll be seeing you.
Oh, great day. All right, oh, you want, that on the record? Oh, okay, yeah, you can go ahead, we can come back a little later if you want to. Okay, sure. All right. Good to see you.
You too as well, Judge.
All right. Mr. Lyons, let me try to get a hold of all your matters right quick and see what's going on.
Okay. I would like to speak to House Counsel as well, alone if I can.
All right. Let's see. And counsel, if there was any civil infractions that were had during the pandemic, I definitely would entertain a motion that I see that sometimes they've scheduled a court date and the court date didn't run along with the civil infraction and the civil infraction learned the call. So I'll definitely entertain a motion to set aside some of those defaults.
Well, we would make that motion, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to get my head around Mr. Lyons.
I believe we have Mr. Lyons in the courtroom.
No, I know we have him here.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what all he has.
Can I speak to counsel?
Yeah, give me 1 second, Mr. Lyons.
Okay.
360-434.
Told you I'd give you that opportunity.
Okay.
I'm 30 minutes out, 30 minutes late.
I would
This is
not.
the city of, all right, I'm gonna need everybody to be quiet. This is the city of Detroit versus Raylan Dewan Lyons, case number SP 1020721. Case number SP 113569, counts 1 and counts 2. Case number SP 469870, counts 1 and counts 2. Which I don't have in front of me. I'm gonna print that out right now. Case number SP 9364111. Case number SP 495141. Case number SX 36866213, count 1. And 2. All right, appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Paul Hughes appearing on behalf as House Counsel on behalf of Mr. Lyons.
Okay, I have some cases in front of me why that are from 2013 that I don't see on the screen. Let me see here. SX. Yes. It's called case number SX 865-6931. That has that's in warrant status. So these matters are most of these matters are state matters. All I have in the file is a plea to one count of failure to display and dismissing the other count. That's on the 2018 matter. So I just want to get all your stuff together, Mr. Lyons, and see if we can get you one offer so you don't have to be back. So I'm gonna let you want to speak to Mr. Hughes? I don't know if there's any really thing to speak about right now.
Yes, Your Honor, please, because
I have. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room.
I'm listening. Okay.
Excuse me, Judge. Is there any reasonable expectation the state will grace us with their presence so that we can get this done for his behalf? If so, I would ask to keep this gentleman online. If not, then we'll have to get another date. It's anxious.
Let's call the state and see if they can get Mr. Hughes sometime. These 5.686. These are yours.
In the meantime, we'll go to breakout.
5.6. This state. All right, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing, Counsel?
I'm doing fine. How are you, sir?
All right, you're not in the room, y'all. The room is open. There you go. Okay.
Am I still online?
You gotta go into the room, Mr. Hughes. Next. Natasha, here, let's get her out of here. This is Garrett.
Yes.
This is the city of Detroit versus Natasha Lisa Garrett, case number SP 429345, counts 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Mrs. Garrett, today is the date and time set for a trial in this matter. Do I have Officer Mark Robbins?
I'm sorry.
Officer Mark Robbins. You have something to say, Ms. Garrett?
Yes, I do. I wasn't supposed to.
I suggest you say less, Ms. Garrett.
Okay.
Also, Ronald Thomas. Ronald Thomas? That's who I have. Let's see. Officer. It's Officer Ronald Thomas in the court. Hearing no response, today is the date and time set for trial. It is now 10:37 a.m. Officer's supposed to be here no later than 9:30. We're going to dismiss these matters. Mrs. Garrett, do you have any objection to that?
No, I don't.
You wanted to say something?
No.
Okay. All right, Mrs. Garrett, you still owe $416 on the thing you pled to back in 2015.
I'm aware of that.
Are you working?
Yes, I am.
All right, and then I'm gonna waive the warrant fees in this matter, obviously, but you're gonna be responsible for the reinstatement fees.
Okay, I did pay a bond of $220.
Okay, that should take care of the reinstatement fees. We'll waive the warrant fees, and you'll have to either come down to the court and ask them to apply that bond, or pay the stuff online, and the bond. Well, the bond is going to go toward those other tickets anyway too. So you might as well just come down and have them apply that and bring some more money with you.
Okay. Do you know the actual amount? Is it actually $416?
That's what it's reading here. Can you pull up the case number SP 3951791.
Just as she said, we said in 2015, she pled guilty, she owed $416.
All right, is see of those fees, what type of fees that they're on?
What do you mean?
Are there any late fees that we can help you out?
Oh, it's late fees, suspension fees, penalty fees, warrant fees.
Let's see what we have discretion to waive to give it back to.
You know, that would have to be your discretion, because previous judges I've worked with haven't went back this far. So whatever you want me to do, I'll do.
Yeah, let me see that screen.
This I printed the
other screen where the payments are broken down.
She
So
yeah, I'm gonna print this.
I'll waive the late fee and the warrant cost on that. It'll save you $121 on that 416. Other than that, you're going to be responsible for the rest of the fees.
That's the reinstatement fees. Is that $45?
The reinstatement fee is included in that 416. I waived $121 of that 416. So you're going to owe a total of $430, and that's with all your reinstatement fees and the payment of this fine. So they can apply that bond. Well, you posted. Well, this is. They can apply that bond, and then you'll owe the balance of that. Other than that, that's the best I can do for you.
I appreciate it.
Your Honor, Paul Hughes, if I could just chime in one moment. I was in a breakout room with another individual, so I didn't hear your discussion with Miss Garrett. But if this is Natasha Garrett,
Yes.
the case is showing up on my docket is 3453, which is set for trial.
Yes, and they were dismissed.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Am I all set, Your Honor?
All right. If you don't have any further questions, Mrs. Garrett, you're free to leave.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Who is the gentleman up there with the G8 thin Q phone?
That's right.
You went out. What's going on with Mr. Lyons?
Roger Greenwood.
Roger Greenwood? Okay, that's the one we need to call Officer Bradfield.
That's a procedure.
Yeah. Well, it's not a dismissal, it's a review, close the case out. Right. All right, let me see. Let's call that case. Roger Greenwood?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Roger Charles Greenwood, case number U582-41420. Mr. Greenwood, before you checked in, I did talk to Officer Bradfield in this matter, and he said that you have complied with all the terms and conditions. Based on that, I'm going to close this case out under the disorderly conduct that you entered into. Mr. Greenwood?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank
based
you.
on, there's a motion for discharge from probation. That motion is going to be granted, and you're free to leave if you don't have any further questions.
No, I don't. Thank you very much.
Mr. Greenwood, it does show that you owe $25 to the court on an old ticket, a defective equipment ticket or something like that. I just make you aware of that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you. You also.
How are we doing? Sorry. So we're going to wait up to call the state prosecutors on.
Yes, I left a message. He went straight to the voicemail. So I'll be trying to.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Before you maybe go to that effort, Mr. Lyons has indicated to me that he's already wants to hire his own attorney. He apparently has not filed an appearance yet, so we'd ask for a short adjournment rather than bother the court and the state prosecutor at this time. Perhaps they'll have a better offer at that time. And it's not that he's unhappy with the process, it's just that he wants to hire his own attorney.
Okay, and he has the right to do so. Mr. Lyons, we're gonna recall the case of Raylan Lyons. Mr. Lyons has indicated to me that you want to hire your own attorney.
Yes, I have him retained already, Your Honor. He's just out of town on business, and he couldn't make it, so I'm communicating with him still now through text message while he's in other Zoom meetings.
Well, I don't have him listed as an attorney of record.
Yeah, his name is Mr. Simon. I have his number for you ready.
I don't need his number. I'm gonna give you I guess I'm gonna give you 30 days. I'm gonna schedule another pretrial in this matter for
Okay.
Is a arraignment on the bench warrant? Okay. Is arraignment on the bench warrant on at least one of the matters?
Your Honor, it's the bench warrant.
This is, Ryan, it's on.
On all of them?
Yeah, so we want to adjourn the arraignment date.
No, we can arraign them. That's Simon there. Good morning, Mr. Simon.
Morning, Judge.
How you doing?
I have Mr. Lyons.
Right. We're going through.
Yeah, I'm in Flint.
All right. We're going through the process of arraigning him right now. We're waiting on a state prosecutor. He's got a number of matters, and we're trying to consolidate all of them so he can make a one-stop shop for him. But however, the state prosecutor hasn't answered. My clerk left a message with them telling them that we need them in this meeting today. I was going to arraign Mr. Lyons today, and if he needs, if you need some time, I can give you some time to do what you need to do. I was prepared to give him a pre-trial on July the 30th.
July 30th. Yeah, that would be great. Yes, yes, please.
All right, how about we get him arraigned?
Yes, sir.
Could you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Simon, P 35596 for Mr. Lyons, who would stand mute, wait formal reading of all of the charges.
Okay, I will enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Lyons' behalf. I will set a $500 personal bond. And can you put this appearance on there? Did you file an appearance, Mr. Simon? You already did.
I will do that. I will do that later today. I'm up in Genesee County at this time for sentencing, but I hope to do that later today or as early as tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll set a pretrial date for July the 30th.
Judge, do I need to file a dozen different appearances, or can I do one to cover all of these tickets?
One to cover all of them is fine, Mr. Simon.
Okay. Any particular ticket number I should use?
Not necessarily. And, you know, he's got a lot of matters. So I want to be able to get all of those matters in front of us so that we can, at least the ones that are, I told the other counsel, and I'll let you know that I understand that there was a lot going on during the pandemic, and some of the civil infractions that were supposed to ride along with these different cases didn't come. So I'm entertaining motions to set aside those defaults, but the ones that go before that, then Mr. Lyons is going to be on his own.
Cool. Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right. So we'll set a pretrial date in July the 30th so you can get time to do what you do, Mr. Simon. Good to see you. And Mr. Lyons, if there's nothing further, then you both are free to leave.
Thank you.
Good to see you too, Judge. The robe looks very good on you.
Good,
Thank you so much,
good to see you, Mr. Simon. It's good to see you, Paul Hughes here.
All right. I have two iPhones and the LG. Let's get Mrs. O'Neill. Let's give Mrs. Christine O'Neill. She's been waiting a long time and has her phone seeming to be going in and out. Hopefully we can take care of this matter. Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus Christine Kelly O'Neill, case number U168155114. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, good morning. Attorney Paul Hughes, P36421, appearing as House Counsel on behalf of Ms. O'Neill. Ms. O'Neill, could you state your full name for the benefit of the court, please?
This case still open?
O'Neill.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. O'Neill. I do see the ticket that brings you here, but I'm looking to see if there's any other outstanding matter, which is another ticket in the file. Is it still open? All right. Thank you. And calling case number 163034981. Ms. O'Neill, there's two matters before us today, and I think council only sees the one matter. That would be the drive open alcohol in a motor vehicle. That has an offer in the file to amend it to open alcohol passenger, open intox passenger in a motor vehicle. Really, it's the same 2-point offense. I'm told that the insurance company look at it a little differently, but I don't know that to make that representation for sure for you. I also have a U ticket here. Oh, that's the U ticket?
That's the U ticket. Narcotic. I'm showing on my docket the narcotics.
Oh, it's going out. I'm trying to hear you. Can you hear me?
You need to turn your video off, Mrs. O'Neill. Turn your video off. I hear you on the audio for some reason.
Okay, I'm trying. I don't know how to do it. Okay, here it is.
All right, I hear you. I hear you. So, did you hear what we said? There's two matters in front of us. There's
yeah, I only know about one. So, I mean, it's been so many years. I'm just trying to clear them up.
Okay, you have a matter that's on the docket today, but you also have a matter that's in the file today, and that's a warrant for your arrest for a 2016 infraction that you got, open alcohol intox in a motor vehicle passenger. I have a recommendation to amend that open alcohol in a motor vehicle driver to an open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger. The other count, I don't have a recommendation on. Let's get Mr. Boss, so you can see this. I'm gonna hand this over to the city attorney for his recommendation on the other count.
Okay, I have a warrant right now.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know about these things because I got released. I did a completion of 18 months felony probation in Macomb County. And they never, they basically said everything was in concurrency when I got released. So this is all like new to me because I'm trying to get my license back and they're giving me a hard time because of these tickets. So whatever I can do to clear up these matters as soon as possible, I would like to do that.
Your Honor, preliminarily, we would waive a formal reading, stay in mute, ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty while we're waiting for Mr. Goss.
All right, we'll set aside the warrant. I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, Mrs. O'Neill, and I will put a $500 personal bond on the one matter. While he's looking that up, let's pass that matter. Let's go to the iPhones. One of the iPhones, or I guess both of the iPhones are gonna open up at the same time. Please state your name. What's your name, sir?
My name is Austin Goins.
Austin Lawrence?
Goins, Goins.
Okay. All right. And I have another iPhone. And we'll say, oh, so then, yeah.
The other case, that ticket.
Just long, right past me.
What's the date on that again?
Date on this is 16.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah. Please.
All right, we're recalling the case of Christine O'Neill. Counselor, I do have a recommendation. Well, first of all, this one ticket goes back to March 25th of 2017, the one that's on the docket for today.
The narcotics violation? The narcotics violation?
Yes.
That's what I'm showing, okay.
And then the other ticket is an offer on the other ticket to amend it to the open intox passenger, and I'll fine her $240 on that.
Okay, I understand that. We're still waiting for the offer on the other. Is that correct?
Well, there's an offer on here, but I was trying to give you an opportunity to, I gave you that date for a reason, Counselor.
Yes, I understand that. It's 2016. At the time of trial, there's a good chance.
2014.
Oh, 2014.
On the narcotics violation.
On the, based on the age of the ticket, if the court would entertain it, we'd make a motion to dismiss.
Okay.
It's highly unlikely that people are going to be ready.
Counselor, based on, I'm going to grant your motion.
Thank you.
For dismissal in the 2017 matter based on the age of the ticket.
No, I thought you
2014 matter based on the age of the ticket. What about the other ticket that we have?
Is that acceptable to you, Ms. O'Neill, or do you have any questions for me or the court?
No, Your Honor.
Then it looks like we're ready to proceed to a plea of amended.
So the dismissal is of the ticket from what I bonded out on from today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so this other ticket is what I have to pay. The other one you said I had a warrant for?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. But you have an option. You can take the offer that's to the amended count of open intox passenger, or you can take it to trial.
No, I'm just gonna make the plea and pay the fine.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand, Mrs. Kelly, Mrs. O'Neill?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Did we lose her again? Ms. O'Neill?
Now it's blank out.
Do you swear or affirm? Do you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
I need you to raise your right hand, please.
Yes, I'm raising it.
I think our video's on. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
You understand by taking this deal, you're gonna give up that right to a trial?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's stated in the record?
No.
Okay, and you're taking this on your own free will?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Neill, I'm gonna draw your attention back to June 29th, 2016 at around 3:55 p.m. in the area of Chandler Park Drive in Connor. Did you have an occasion to be confronted by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that date, you have some alcohol in that 24-ounce can of Milwaukee's Best that you had in your vehicle?
Your Honor.
I didn't hear that.
Yes, Your Honor. I had an open beer.
You had an open beer, right?
Yes.
And that had actual beer in it at the time, correct?
Yes.
Satisfied, Counselor?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of open intox passenger, a 2-point offense, and it is a misdemeanor. I'm gonna fine you $240 in the matter. Ms. O'Neill, how much time do you need to pay?
If that's okay. But you can give me just give me about a week. Within the week, I can have it paid.
All right, I'm gonna give you till July the 30th, Ms. O'Neill. If you pay it within a week, we'll close it out. If
Here's the thing I wanted. Can I ask you about my driver's license? See, I'm trying to get my license back so I can go to work without having to take the bus. Am I able to get my license back after I pay these fines?
If you pay the fines and you pay the reinstatement fees, then you'll be clear here at the 36th District Court. I don't know about other jurisdictions.
Nope, you guys are the only ones I haven't taken care of yet. It took years.
All right, I'm gonna waive the warrant fees, and I'm gonna make you responsible for the reinstatement fees if there's any. Other than that, Ms. O'Neill, you have till July the 30th to make that payment, okay?
Okay, can I do it online? Hey,
Yes, you can. You can pay it online. Give my clerk a minute to get that into the system.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, yeah.
If there's nothing further, you have a great day, Ms. O'Neill.
Okay.
Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus Austin LaBelle Goins. Case numbers SP 1079513, counts 2 and counts 3. Case numbers SP 1079517, counts 1 and 2. Well, I guess I don't see an offer in this because there is, these are state matters. I only have one city matter, and that's the driver unregistered or untitled vehicle.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes. I had a pretrial. Went to court, talked to the prosecutor, and she said that but I was letting her know that I had a bill of sale that right after I got the tickets for that I sold the vehicle. She told me to bring it to my next court date, which was December 8th. When that court date came, the court was closed. They rescheduled. They told me to wait for them to reschedule me another court date. Well, they scheduled it and sent out my notice date 22 days later, and also sent me a letter from the Secretary of State. I received the same day I received my notice date saying that my license was suspended. I also was calling and checking up for my next court date, and I never received or heard anything. Y'all go in the room. And I do have my bill of sale present with me right now. I just never was able to actually show it to the prosecutor because I never got my court date on time.
Mr.
So
Goins,
they
can you put the bill of sale up so we can see it?
Yes. And it's signed by both parties. VIN numbers, everything is exactly how a bill of sale is supposed to be written out. And this was months ago.
So what did they say that they were gonna do if you broke the bill of sale?
That the ticket, that it was actually supposed to be thrown out. From once I had my pretrial court date on December 8th, but it was canceled.
I think unregistered, no insurance. Is operating over highway and driving. I would do one key dismiss the rest.
I wound up getting in contact with the lady that actually schedules the court dates, and she was able to reschedule a court date for me since I never actually received my last court date without them even suspending my license and whatnot.
And was that the court date given for today, sir? Was that the court date given for today, Mr. Goins? Or was that another missed opportunity?
No, only court date I missed was December 8th. And I didn't miss that. Actually, I was in court. They canceled it. My next court date was supposed to be April 2nd. And I didn't receive my notice, my 14-day notice to April 24th. So 22 days later. Well, 20 days, April 24th.
What I'll do with these is I'll offer him, it's no civil infraction that's written up here. All of these are misdemeanors. So I'll offer him, an improper plate, fine him $240, and then we'll dismiss the other matters.
Mr. Goins, do you understand what the court is offering to do? That is dismissing all these matters based on the representations you have made and reducing that to improper plates, which is a 0-point violation to the best of my knowledge. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes. And also, that would release the suspension on my license, correct?
Yeah, that would, well, you're gonna have to pay some reinstatement fees. I'll waive the warrant fees, but you'll pay, the reinstatement fees, and, you should be clear here at the 36th district, because I don't see anything else under your name.
Okay. I don't mind paying the $240. I just want to get my license, back on track because I work, so I need them basically.
Okay, Mr. Goins, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Mr. Goins, do you understand you have a right to a trial in all these matters?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that right to a trial?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's stated on the record?
No.
And you're taking this on your own free will?
Yes.
Mr. Goins, let me draw your attention back to May the 3rd, 2020 at around 7:53 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of 7 Mile Road in Hayes. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes.
And on that day, were you operating a off-road vehicle and at a Yamaha Blue?
Yes.
And on that date, was that Yamaha vehicle registered or titled with the state of Michigan?
No.
Okay. You satisfied, counselor? There's no civil infraction.
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, based on that, I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of improper plates. I'm gonna dismiss all the other matters. I'm gonna give you till July 30th as well, Mr. Goins. If
Okay.
you wanna get your license quicker than that, you're gonna have to pay, I'm gonna waive the warrant fees, and I'm gonna have you pay the reinstatement fees. So you're gonna have to pay the $240 plus the reinstatement fees. I see 2 reinstatement fees of $90. So you're gonna have to come up with $330.
$330. Okay. Just one question. How come it's 2 different reinstatement fees?
Well, what I'll do in this circumstance, I will waive the reinstatement fees.
Okay, Your Honor, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
You did make the representation that the court was closed. My city attorney agrees with that date as well, and that you were trying to be on top of it, but during that time, there was nothing you can do. So I'll waive the reinstatement fees. I'll waive the warrant fees. You'll just pay the $240.
Okay, thank you so much, Your
Sir,
Honor.
do you know how to pay that? Do you know how to make that payment?
That's what I was just about to ask. Do I do it online?
You can go online at 36districtcourt.org and type in your name.
Okay.
You can to any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit and pay.
Okay.
Or you can come down to the court and they'll take your money.
Okay. So when I do it online, when I put my name in, is it a specific ticket number I should put in, or just put my first and last?
Do you have a pen?
Yes.
Write these numbers down, please.
Okay. 1 moment, sorry. Okay, I got it. What is it?
SP.
SP.
107 951 32.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat it. SP 107 95132.
And then the next number ends in a 3.
That was 17.
The last two was 17.
No. Let's start over again. SP. All of them are going to begin with SP, okay?
Okay.
It's going to be 4 different numbers. 107 95132. 107 95133. 107 95171. And 107 95172.
Okay, perfect. I got all 4.
All right. Any other questions?
Pay?
Yeah, you'll see the updated amounts on there when you
okay. Okay, then just to be clear, so once I pay the $240, then I'll be good with my license.
Yes, that's going to be on between you and the Secretary of State. And once you pay the $240, you'll be clear here at the 36th district.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Thank you again.
Thank you. Who is the other iPhone? The gentleman that's sitting there, been waiting. What's your name, sir?
My name is Malik Lane. I just came back to ask you a question about the Michigan defense.
Defensive driving?
Yeah, for the Michigan
question?
defense. I was asking you said select the 31st district, but it had 2 of them on there. So you want me to select the Michigan or the Detroit?
Detroit.
Okay, and just pay that program fee?
Yep.
All right, absolutely. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Who's the gentleman up there in the right with the tie on? You got to unmute yourself. I can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's your name, sir?
Me?
Yes, Mr. Zachary Graham?
Yes.
Where is this one?
I haven't moved.
There's 15 on me.
Last page, 9 o'clock.
Correct.
He's been in here. He's been in here for a while.
Who's the guy with the white shirt?
That's Zachary Graham.
No, white shirt.
No, I'm in a black shirt. I'm in a black shirt.
Graham's in the black shirt.
Yeah, Jackie Graham's a black shirt.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the guy up there to the right.
Right, with the tie.
Yeah, I can't hear you, sir. You have to unmute your phone. Go to the bottom left corner of the device and you should see an audio button there. You can hit that button and press unmute.
Okay, I got you now, sir.
What's your name?
My name is Rodney Green.
Oh, that's probation.
How you doing, Mr. Green?
All right.
I have your file right here, Mr. Brown. Let me see what you have going on here.
That was Rodney Green, Your Honor.
I got, let's take care of Mr. Graham right quick. I got Rodney Green's file that they just pulled, so. Just came in. Mr. Graham just came in? Sure. Yeah, all right, Mr. Green's been waiting. Mr. Graham's got a lot of stuff going on. Mute your phone, Mr. Graham.
Okay.
Mr. Green, he's been arraigned. That we earned. Who? We see it.
This is the City of Detroit versus Rodney Green, case number Z8073231. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Paul Hughes appearing on behalf of Mr. Green, E36421.
All right. Good afternoon. Good morning, Mr. Green.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, is this the only thing he has on the docket today?
Yes.
There's an offer in this file here to plead to, thank you, to plead to a amended count of operating while visibly impaired. That's gonna be open, I got a note here, that offer is gonna be only open during the freestyle phase of this case, and there's no deal on trial date. So,
I think a breakout room, if I could suggest, might be helpful, Your Honor.
okay, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with the attorney, and you guys can talk it over. I don't know if you guys want more time, if you want to have opportunity to either hire privately or what you want to do. With Mr. Green, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Hughes, so you guys can speak. So you should see a sign there saying, go to breakout room. So push that button, join that room. All right, let's see what Mr. Graham has. What did Miss O'Neill want? Miss O'Neill was calling on the phone. This was what's this offering defensive driving force for Mr. Brown. Yeah. Why are we going to Mr. Brown for a offering defensive driving force? Why aren't we? Why are we? I thought Steve already won points.
No, Steve.
It is just more logs.
Like he needs help. Oh, that's why. Is it two offers in the file?
Yes, it's, all right. Speeding. Speeding.
No, what was it? Okay.
1 plus mile.
Oh, that's why.
Let's make sure we have all this together. Same day. 1, 1, 2. Put all these in one file. Actually, we don't have 2 folders.
You know what? They made duplicates. So, I mean, still have to take from this folder back. So whichever folder you put it in.
I just leave them all in one, so.
Just mistake.
Excuse me.
All right. So this is, I'm just gonna give you a bit of information, Mr. Graham. You got a lot of stuff going on. And I don't know what to say. It's just you got, based on this 31-mile-an-hour over, they're going to want you to take the Michigan Intensive Driving course.
Okay.
We already called. Just speak to the phone until I call your name, Mr. Graham, and then I'll say all this while Mr. Hughes is on the line, so he's here as well. All right, Mr. Hughes, what's going on with you and Mr. Green?
Your Honor, with respect to Mr. Green, we're asking for a 30-day adjournment. I have advised him of his rights to have a court-appointed counsel as well as a retained counsel. And the purpose of the adjournment would be to allow him to get retained counsel.
To get retained counsel?
Yes.
All right. All right. Mr. Green, we're going to recall the case of Rodney Green. Mr. Green, did you understand? I mean, from my understanding, you want to go get a private attorney?
Yes, sir.
Is 30 days good enough time for you to get that attorney? This is your first appearance here, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Hey, there's got to be some kind of conditions placed on you for this drunk driving. So what I'll do, I am going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to is there this is a ring on a warrant? Mr. Stephanie, Mr. Green.
Yes, Your Honor, Raymond will make you
I'm going to set aside the warrant.
Thank you.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Green's behalf. I'm going to set a bond in the matter of $500 personal bond. I'm going to also order some conditions. We will set a pretrial date for July 30th. And in that time, I want you to submit to random testing. I'm going to order you to not drink, or frequent any locations where alcohol is served, except for like your corner store or something, but frequent any locations like a bar, particularly. You can go to a restaurant or something, just no drinking. And I want to order you to test random once a week how do we get that, sent to probation?
I have to do a referral. Are you doing the SAE report on him?
What's that?
Substance abuse? You just want to, test around.
I just want to test around. And,
Your Honor, may I speak?
yes.
I do work, and if I'm not driving, I'm using public transportation at this time. When you say random, I don't know if I'll be at work, and the job I do, I don't know if I could just get up and leave off the job like that.
All right, you can explain that to the probation department. They'll try to accommodate you. You know, it wouldn't. I'm just looking at your history.
Your Honor, my understanding is, and of course probation would give him more guidance, but if he is randomly directed to test on a certain day, generally, as long as he gets there anytime before or after work, is my understanding, it can be done. But that's just my understanding. Probation could probably clarify that for him. That's usually been the case in my experience.
Yeah, they will make you. I understand that you're working. I can appreciate that. However, I do want to see some sort of testing.
Sure.
And I'm going to have you contact probation as early as tomorrow morning to set that up. Mr. Green, there's
Yes,
plenty of ways that you should be able to handle this. It's only once a week. I don't know what your work schedule is like, but it's only once a week. We'll be back on a pretrial on July the 30th, and you're going to have to work it out. You know, and then when you get some good tests, I'm hoping all of them will be negative, then we'll revisit the matter when you come back. But based on your history, and what I'm seeing here is you have other alcohol infractions. So what else do we need?
That's it. I'm gonna do the referral and send it to probation department. I just need to make sure his address and phone number.
Okay, Mr. Green, your do you have what I can do is you can, I don't know if you know how to put it in the chat, your updated address. Let me see if this is the proper address we have for you. You still on Terry Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then it would be nice to have an updated phone number for you as well.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, if you don't want it to go live, you can put it in the chat.
I don't know how to do that. 313.
All right. Go ahead.
288-5953.
I want you to write this number down. This is the number to probation.
Okay, I gotta get something to write with. I was actually in the office. Give me 1 second. Okay, what's the number?
The number is 313-965-3414.
He said 965 what?
3414.
3414.
Yep. Yes. Okay, so we set a pretrial date, July 30th, 2021. Order you not to drink.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Could you please repeat that? I think I missed the number. 313.
965-3414.
Thank you.
All right. I'm ordering you not to drink. I'm ordering you to test once a week. And I got a pretrial date for July the 30th, 2021.
Okay.
All right. And you're going to get your own retained counsel on that day.
Thank you.
All right. If there's nothing further, Mr. Green. We don't have anything further to do. Then you are free to leave. Good luck to you, and I'll see you back on the 30th with the lawyer.
Okay.
Thank you.
And sir, I would suggest you hire your lawyer sooner rather than later, so he can be more prepared. She can be more prepared at that time.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is this is the City of Detroit versus Zachary Graham. Case numbers SP 1104272, counts 1 and counts 2 and count 3. Case number SP 112634141. Case number SP 1126446, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1126471, counts 1 and 2. SP 1151311. And U59474321. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, good morning. Paul Hughes, appearing on behalf of Mr. Zachary Graham. Sir, could you state your full name for the court?
Good morning. My name is Zachary Graham.
All right, Mr. Graham. There's some matters that you probably don't have on the docket because they were in default. They were some of those matters that they had during the pandemic that didn't ride along with these tickets.
In that event, Your Honor, I'd make a motion to have the defaults set aside so they can all be heard at the appropriate time.
All right, I'll set aside the defaults. Mr. Graham, there's a offer for some of them, but it's not an offer for all of them. In that well, I'll put it this way. If you're pleading, the offer will be to plead to 3 misdemeanors: a disorderly conduct for the loitering ticket, admitted to disorderly conduct, a failure to display for one of the driving tickets, one of the driving while license suspended or failed to display, admitted to fail to display, and an improper plate for one of the unregistered untitled tickets. if you do that, yeah, but we just, if he's pleading to 3.
31 over, you cannot just dismiss that. I cannot. 31 over, that's, you know, too high to just let that.
I tend to agree with him, Counselor.
Your Honor, as to these civil infractions, would that also take care of those that are not showing up on my docket?
No, there's one of particular concern. It's not even, it's 41 over. It's an allegation in here that Mr. Graham is driving 71 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone.
Okay, that's
So,
a 4-point violation. I'm sure of that.
based on that, if you want to settle some of those matters, then you're going to have.
I'm sorry, Your
Put your appearance on the record.
Dante Goss, on behalf of the city. Your Honor, I'd rather just deal with all the matters at once. And my recommendation would be for Bishop to driving course. And if he doesn't take that, I can't do anything with the 31 over violation.
Your Honor, as long as Mr. Graham is agreeable with that, I think Mr. Goss's suggestion is well taken. Mr. Graham, essentially what we're talking about is we're trying to work towards the goal of having all of your matters resolved today. The city attorney is not in a position to do that for administrative reasons. You want to get it all resolved, but this would be probably the most efficient way and would probably be the way that you are going to get the best result. So knowing that, would you agree to putting this matter over for a short period of time? You'll save you money and points. You'll save you money and points most likely. If you're trying to get your license back, that's what I would suggest, but it's up to you.
Yes, I want to try to get my license.
I know.
But you want to take the Michigan defensive driving course to help you out on getting a better offer on these tickets?
Sure, yes, I would do that.
I mean, I don't think there's any doubt based on the allegations at least, and then based on the other information I see in your file, it's just, I guess it's not. Go ahead.
Your Honor, the ticket, the speeding ticket, that was.
We're not in the position right now, Mr. Graham, to even argue the ticket, because that'll have to be done if you want to set a formal hearing or a trial in the matter. So I can't hear any basically evidence or testimony that you may have to defend yourself, because if I'm going to be the one that's the trier of fact, then I can't hear anything until that time, until we have both parties here. All we're running off of now is just allegations. I didn't say that you were responsible for going 41 over. I'm just telling you what's in the ticket, and that's what the people are saying, is that you were driving 41 over.
Okay.
So what we're discussing now is, based on that, that's a 4-point offense right there. There's other not so serious offenses, well, unregistered, untitled, and all that stuff. But in order to get a global offer to resolve all of this stuff, the prosecutors, and to save you from 4 points, the prosecutor is going to want you to take the Michigan defensive driving course. Now, that's totally up to you.
I understand. I could do that. That's great.
Okay. Do you have an ink pen?
Give me 2 seconds. Yep, I'm ready.
Michigan defensive driving.com. I'm going to put it in the chat for you too.
Okay.
See that?
Yes.
Write that information down. Select the 36th District Court Detroit option, or Detroit option. Yeah, it says Detroit option, and we'll have you back on July the 30th for a pretrial.
Okay.
And on that date, you can present to us the successful completion of that class, and then we'll have an updated offer in the file and see if we can get rid of this.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, Mr. Zachary Graham, if there's no further questions, then you're free to leave. You have a great day.
Y'all too have a blessing.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hughes,
Yes, Your Honor.
that seems like it concludes the day.
Is Mr. Goss still present?
Yes, he's here.
I know well, first of all, thank you so much for running a great docket. I would not want to live stream this. I only have 2 minutes to say something to Mr. Goss, and it's with all due respect because.
Hold on 1 second. Let me take this off the recording. Go ahead.
All right, Mr. Goss.
Let me take it off YouTube as well.